Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurin Izzati binti Taufik, and two of my friends is Nurul Izza Atira binti Alias and Nurmai Sarah binti Samad. We want to share with you guys about financial performance, which is a company Nestle. Okay, first of all, I want to tell you about liquidity ratio of Nestle company. Under liquidity ratio, we have a current ratio. First, the result Nestle company show the lower current ratio in 2020 and 2019. It is same 0.86 compared to 2018. It indicates that the company are not able to pay the short obligation or current liabilities using a current asset. The company balance show that it having a problem with a hole, too many stock, and the poor cash in management. My suggestion is the company should do cash sell for reduced inventory and adopt effective stock control system. Next, the company Nestle should improve collection system by giving discount for yearly payment to help reduce debt. The company should adopt the hedging principle, which is current asset should finance by short term. Next, under liquidity ratio is a quick ratio. Analysis of this quick ratio is the result show lower quick ratio in 2020 compared to 2019 and 2018. It indicates that the company are not able to pay the short-term obligation or current liabilities using current asset without selling the inventory. In 2020, show it decreased 0.59 than 2019, and 2018 is the same 0.62. It showed the company of Nestle having a problem. My suggestion is the company should do cash sell to help reduce the problem, which is inventory, and adopt the effective stock control and system. Next, the company should improve the system in management by giving the discount for yearly payment to help that. Second, I want to tell you about efficiency ratio. Analysis about average collection period is the result shown in the 2020 is 45 days take time to collect the debt compared to 2019 is 46 days and 2018 is 44 days. It shows the company are good and efficiency in collecting period in 2018 and 2020. Each company should have a good policy and procedure in collecting the debt. My suggestion is the company of Nestle should continue their policy and control their customer before the customer by screening to give a big sale on credit. In addition, follow-up call through email and ensure the company have a good and collect the debt. Under efficiency ratio, we have a inventory turnover. Analysis of inventory turnover, the result shows a slightly decrease in inventory turnover from 2020 is 4.25, 2019 is 4.99, and 2018 is a 5.04 times. It shows lower inventory turnover ratio of incompetence. It also indicates their either poor sales or excess in inventory. Show that the lower turnover can poor liquidity overstocking and undersellable of stock, and the company should always increase cost of goods sold. The suggestion is the company should clearance the stock and giving discount for bulk purchase, especially people tend to buy food on bulk. It can help to reduce inventories overstocking. Furthermore, to improve company in inventory turnover is increase company sale. The company of Nestle should need to better in marketing. For example, do a marketing strategies in a social media or make advertising. It shows that the demand of industry will increase successfully.
The next one is total asset turnover. The result show the lower asset turnover from 2018 is 0.66 times, in 2019 0.72 times, and 2020 0.6 times. It shows that the company are not good and efficient use their asset to productive sales. My suggestion to improve efficiency to the low asset turnover because of inefficient of use of asset, the company should know how the asset are used to improve the productivity for each asset in the company. So the last one is fixed asset turnover. The results show the lower fixed assets turnover in 2020 is 0.694 times. For 2019, increase a bit is 1.00, and the 2018 is 0.69. It indicates that the firms are not fully utilize fixed asset generating sales. My suggestion, the company should increase sale or revenue which the asset might be properly utilized. The company can also increase its sales by doing more good promotion and make movement for finished goods. Company also can liquidate asset should be rapidly. Asset not used constantly should be analysis. Mostly the company should sell those asset do not make poor company. So the third one is leverage ratio. In leverage ratio, we have debt ratio, debt equity ratio, and time interest earned. So the first one is debt ratio. The result show in 2020 is 62.50% and in 2019 is 58.69% and also 2018 is 57.38%. This show a good performance for the company to pay the debt unfortunately. The results show an incline for the year 2020. There is increase for 2020. This rate the performance of company to pay its debts are decreased. The factor of this because of the year starting the pandemic COVID-19. My suggestion, the company to take the lower result, it should focus more on increasing the sales without any increase in overhead expenses. This should gain more buyers and increase the receivable. The company should be more aware of payables that not better pay yet. It will decrease the amount of utilities. So the next one is debt equity ratio. The result show in 2020 is 166.64% and 2019 is 142.03% and 2018 is 142.03%. It is indicating that in 2019 and 2018 has lower debt to equity ratio are considered less risk to investors and creditors. For 2020, the share capital of the company is constant, which means the company did not increase their equity. The suggestion is the company should be more good performance while paying in debt. This show decrease the amount of account payable. It just not only but the company also increase the sales or revenue. So the last one is time interest earned. The analysis, the result it show in 2020 is 1,708.20 cent and 2019 is 1,460 ringgit 80 cent and 2018 is 1,899 ringgit 27 cent. It showed that the result of 2018 is more increased time interest obligation well it because of the pandemic in 2020 the stores are closed and the buyer cannot buy from from its stores. So my suggestion, the company should increase their sales by making good performance in marketing strategies and make a higher sale. The company also can make a sell through online. It will be movement for the buyer to buy their purchaser. This will make company improve their sales during pandemic COVID-19. The company should reduce of expenses by manage good of money in company.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Maisara binti Samad. I will be continue about profitability ratio about Nestle company. Okay, firstly is net profit margin. Another 3 years, 2018, 2019, and also 2020. Okay, for the net profit margin, show a little lower in 2020, which is 0.017%. Compared to 2018 is 0.0121% and 2019 is 0.0147%. These results show there are lower sales in generation the profit. Even though this is increment in sales but not give so much profit to the company because cost of production. Okay, suggestion for net profit margin. The Nestle company should expand their product to new penetration market in order to improve net profit margin, which is product in fully utilize the insert in order to reduce average cost per unit. Secondly is operating profit margin analysis. The result is in 2020 is 16.51 and 2019 is 16.27. Also 2018 is 40% 2021. It shows that in 2020 is a good performance by the company due to high net profit margin and low cost of goods sold. Suggestion for operating profit margin. Result is company should review sales price or improve the innovation of each product quality level and make it is favorite of population is order to increase their profit margin in company. The company need to reduce operating expenses and out any unnecessary expenses in high. This can help companies recover from low profit to high. Okay, secondly is return on equity. Return on equity show higher in 2020 is 0.0116 compared to 2019 is 0.0106 and 2018 is 0.00x. This result show the firm is good is manage the equity financing from the investor in funding their operation. Suggestion return on equity. The company of Nestle should maintain their performance by increased sales using the same asset in order to reduce the cost. In addition, company Nestle should square the strategy in using financing in their business to be successful. Okay. The lastly is return on asset. Return on asset show increase in ratio in 2020 is 0.0116 times to 2019 0.0106 time and 2018 also 0.00x time. It show the evidently the company using the asset in generate profit.